Man, I met Lily, it's 2023 now. Met Lil in 2013, bro. We've been locked in for 10 years. I started helping and locking in with Lil back in 2017. So we've been locked in as far as like working together for 5 years now. But prior to that, we had a whole nother bout since 2015. We've been like working out with each other because around that time was when my god brother was like real active in the league and stuff, Eric Berry. So like we used to always, me, Eric, and Savion Frazier, we used to just travel in threes, get our work in, and when we started linking up with Lil, it was like, that's when me and Lil started seeing like we got some type of little chemistry, like, hey, I'll be over here, you know, she do that stuff, and we just balanced out real well. So after guys went into the season, that's when me and her had got it, because just being honest, I had a time in my life where I was trying to transition into my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've been a football brat my whole life. My dad been a coach for over 30-some years, grew up around the game. I always knew that I was gonna do something towards the game, whether it was coaching or playing ball. And it just, I don't know, Lil kind of like my little guardian angel, bro. Like God sent her at a time where I was really struggling with finding my purpose and leaning into my purpose, which was already right there in front of my eyes. So she just hit me with the, hey, you feel like meet me at Hammond Park? You know what I mean? And pulled up to Hammond Park, started playing linebackers through stuff while she had DBs, receivers, and different stuff. And fast forward today, dog, we done transitioned from the bottom of Linux to DSA. So it's been a journey. Start with my god brother, Eric Berry. Of course, Casey Hayward. Preston Smith, of course. Mike Davis. So we had this past year, Rashawn Gary came with Preston, locked in some. Quentin Williams. Yeah, it's like we've been able to touch and work with a lot of different guys, you know what I'm saying? And but the majority of them is just really building that relationship. Everybody that come in here, they honestly feel like it's a locker room feeling, except for we ain't got that locker room where it's like you competing against the next guy. You know what I'm saying? We really just pushing the next guy, and while we here, we bringing the vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's a family atmosphere. Y'all done been here to sit in and see it. You ain't gotta really tiptoe around here. Like, you can really be yourself on time, and that's the biggest part. Just being yourself on time. When we lock in at 8, 9 o'clock, you ain't gotta change nothing different. Just be yourself, lock in, and I don't know, at the end of the day, it always kind of bring the best out of everybody. So me and Carl been working with us now for, I wanna say, what, 5, 6 years now, bro. And it honestly started with him just wanting to like get better. Like, he came down here to work with Preston during the off season and stuff, and that's when me and him met. And from the first day we met, the first thing that popped out of my head was I had never seen somebody this big move like this. And it was like, but in essence though, we had to make sure that he could control the Mack truck, because he was, you know what I mean, Carl big ass to get all over the place sometime, but once he really locked in and committed towards it, and that's one thing about Carl, like him just being able to commit to something, like win, lose, or draw, rain, sleet, or snow, if he committed to it, he gonna show up and he gonna be, you know, himself on time, like I said. But me and Carl been locked in for, like I said, about 5, 6 years, and it's grown to where it's like, man, we slick each other therapists sometimes. Like, you know, we'll get our work in, and you got to think, in these situations, in these settings, with these guys being, you know, elite at what they do, they coming to us on some critiquing and maintenance. And it's like, in essence, this is probably the most vulnerable these guys are in their life. You know, where it's like, I'm elite, I'm the best at what I do, and I have to open myself up to let somebody tell me that ain't it, or that's right, or let's stick with that, or let's switch something up. And it's like, when you go from every day just being looked at and looked upon to be that guy, to be the one to call the shots or make the plays or do whatever necessary, it's a change of pace. And for a lot of guys, it's relief to be able to come in and get some guidance towards what they're doing and what it should look like. And I know with me and Carl, it's from day one, it's like we'll lock in with our work, but in the midst of us working together, we got the opportunity to really get to know each other.
Everyone has similar goals. You know, everyone wants to achieve their best. And depending on the sport, depending on the athlete, and working with their PTs or their team, whatever their weaknesses are or wherever they need to get stronger, I focus on that with them.